guys, welcome back to the channel, the Chubby Cat One, here with Lily, and I am gonna try to read you a prompt from a book today again, for some slow English reading practice. My speech, or I'm sorry, my text to speech, or sorry, my speech to text worked really well yesterday on my computer, so I think I can easily do it now. And I can even do it while I multitask, since I need to do my work still and I have my baby here and stuff during the day while the older kids are at school. So I'm pretty much, I think, pretty good now. I should be able to give you guys the written versions of what I read each time pretty easily and quickly, so I think it'll work. So I want to read you guys some more of the book. I was going to read about the Hagia Sophia in Istanbul, Turkey today, which is it's a beautiful mosque in Istanbul. So I'm going to read that today. My son, my young son, is here next to me, but he fell asleep. So fingers crossed that he stays asleep just long enough for me to read. And then we'll go from there. So we'll see. So anyway, I guess let's try to do this while I have some time. So like I said, I'll include the dictation down below in the little description box, so you guys can follow along for anybody learning English. Okay, so it's called The Heart of the City, the Hagia Sophia in Istanbul, Turkey, built in 532 AD. So I'll try to go as slow as I can, but not too painfully slow. I'm gonna play with this a little bit, and we'll experiment. And then you guys can leave comments. Let me know if I'm either too fast or too slow. So anyway, let's get started. Over time, the Roman Empire grew so big that one emperor couldn't govern it all. So Emperor Diocletian divided it in half. The western half was ruled from Rome. The east lacked a capital city until Emperor Constantine laid out a great town on the banks of the Bosphorus, the strait dividing Europe from Asia, and named it after himself, Constantinople. Constantine was determined that his new city would be as great as Rome itself. So he filled it with statues, gardens, and colonnades, and laid out stadiums, circuses, courts, and baths. But Constantinople was a city with a difference, for unlike the emperors who came before him, Constantine didn't believe in the old gods, whose temples filled Rome. He was a Christian and wanted the greatest building in his city to be a church. He dedicated it to the Holy Wisdom, the Hagia Sophia in Greek. After Constantine's death, Constantinople became more and more magnificent. His Hagia Sophia church was replaced with a larger one, and when that was destroyed in a fire, Emperor Constantine set out to enlarge it again. He sent for two of the most famous scientists in Europe, Isidore of Miletus and Antomius of Tralles, and gave them a simple order. He had read in the Bible about the great temple King Solomon had built for the Jews in Jerusalem. He wanted Hagia Sophia to be greater still. Isidore and Antomius planned a church in which arches would rise from arches, vaults from vaults, to a central dome that soared high above the city. They imagined light pouring from 1,000 windows, like water tumbling from the mouths of a fountain. Isidore was a scientist, and Antomius a mathematician. They figured out the weight of each vault could be carried by stone support or buttress, and how to set each arch, springing from the last. When the whole space was roofed, they sent in craftsmen skilled in paintings and mosaics to cover the walls with gilded decoration. Solomon, Constantine Justinian declared when he visited the new church, "I have surpassed you." The people of Constantinople gasped when they first entered Hagia Sophia. The building seemed to be made not of brick and stone, but of space and light. Historian Procopius said the topmost dome seemed to be suspended from heaven by a golden chain. The church became the heart of Constantine's city. It wasn't just the center of Constantinople, or Byzantium, as most people called it. It was the place Byzantines dreamed of when they were abroad. As they neared home, sailors crowded their ship's bow, watching for its dome to rise above the horizon, like the peak of a mountain. Emperors were crowned under the mosaics of Hagia Sophia. Emperors were buried beneath its marble floor. For nearly 1,000 years, priests chanted, candles winked on its golden walls, and incense floated up its mighty dome. Great buildings aren't just beautiful works of art. They carry people's dreams and hopes. Hagia Sophia carried the dreams of a whole empire. Gradually, though, the empire grew weaker. Soldiers from the west attacked Byzantium, burned palaces, and stole statues. From what is now Turkey in the east, a new power, the Ottoman Empire, appeared, and its forces grew closer with each year that passed. At last, the day came when Constantine the 11th, the last emperor of Byzantium, looked down from the walls and knew his city could hold out no longer. The armies of the Ottoman Sultan Mehmed II spread as far as the horizon. His ships filled the sea. Constantine walked slowly through the streets to Hagia Sophia. Inside, priests chanted, candles flared, and smoke wreathed up toward the dome, just as it had for nearly 1,000 years. How often had Byzantines come here to worship when danger had threatened their walls? How many prayers had echoed from the dome? Now men and women crowded around its altars, desperately praying for God's help. If Hagia Sophia was Byzantium's heart, it was now throbbing pitifully at the city's death. Constantine lit a candle and prayed with the others, but he knew there was no escape for the city. Tomorrow, Hagia Sophia would be in the hands of the Ottomans. At dawn, Mehmed's soldiers burst through the walls. They raced from street to street, setting fire to houses and slaughtering the defenders. When they reached the great church, they battered down the doors, chased out the priest, and began tearing the gold mosaics from the walls. One by one, the candles on the great altar were put out. The Christian prayers of Hagia Sophia came to an end. But when Mehmed himself arrived soon afterwards, he felt no wish to destroy the great church. The Ottomans were Muslim, and the Muslims had built many beautiful mosques, such as the Mosque of Uqba at Kairoun. Sorry, I don't know that word. And the Mosque of Ibn Tulun in Cairo. Hagia Sophia, Mehmed thought, could be the most beautiful of them all. So he ordered the church to be converted. Though the prayers of the Christians were silenced, Hagia Sophia became a mosque, and the Muslim Shahada, or profession of faith, sounded from its vault. Byzantium, or Istanbul, as it is now known, became the capital of the Ottoman Empire, but Hagia Sophia still soars above the Bosphorus, and 1,500 years after it was built, its dome still hovers in the air as though suspended from heaven by a golden chain. So, this is what I read to you guys today about the heart of the city, the Hagia Sophia, which was originally built as a church and then later converted into a mosque, and to this day is now still a mosque in Istanbul, Turkey. So I will include a dictation for you guys, and I hope it helps you if you're learning English. You guys have a wonderful day, and I hope you will decide to subscribe to my channel for further help with English. And please like, comment, and share. And you guys have a nice day, and I will see you later. Bye-bye.